came out, and it was always about enterprises, right? Because the big guys had to have a team of experts and they had to everything. Um, let's talk a little bit more about what does it mean to I've heard you say before that enterprise AI is overpriced and SMBs are going to leapfrog enterprises and AI adoption because of no code solution and PLG type of sales processes. Talk a little bit more about that.
So there are multiple variables, right? You and I have seen this playbook before, right? Usually when new technology comes, it's the leading enterprises that jump on it and adopt it, and they're hiring $500 an hour consultants to go build it, right? So last year, people were charging $500,000 for just to implement their first MVP, right? These are the Accentures and the Bains and so on. And you had seen multi and hundreds of millions of dollars in bookings from these guys.
Yeah.
And then the mid-size or the smaller solution integrators were charging 50 to 100,000 for simple prototypes. Now, what they're doing is they would go write it in code in Python and so on and do it. And nobody was satisfied with the results because it takes long, it costs money, and it was never a ROI approach to things. They would always say, hey, this is a nice little thing, let's go build it, right? So the challenge was from zero to value would be weeks or months.
Yes.
By the time people are frustrated and saying, look, I hear all these things about people, it's amazing. Klarna is able to cut all these costs, etc. How come we are not?
Yes.
Right? So this is the challenge. And then they'll go hire a more pricier consulting firm. It's the same story, right?
Yeah.
So Sierra is famously known for charging hundreds of thousands of dollars. There are others, millions of dollars.
Yeah.
The challenge is that it's all code first. With no code agents, you can get from zero to value within an hour.
Wow.
Right? So
Yeah.
that means that value, even though it may be small, you still are seeing it happen.
Right.
Phase, you can change course of direction. You can then iterate over it and get to more substantial value within days to weeks as opposed to weeks to months, right? So now the people that will benefit the most are SMBs, right? For a good reason.
Yeah.
Small to medium-sized businesses do not customize much. So that means an agent can operate out of the box to a large extent across multiple companies very quickly.
Yeah.
Whereas once you go to enterprise, there's so many custom implementations of the same software stack,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
Salesforce at HP would be very different from Salesforce, let's say at Broadcom.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah.
Right? So you have to spend a lot of time implementing it there and so on. So it becomes a solution as opposed to be a product.
Absolutely.